It is a beautiful day today. Down here we got my plant from the Spring Rising 10K. Instead of giving us finisher medals, we got plants. Here is today's breakfast, looking kinda sad. And it is officially week 2. Sitting at 10 miles for the week right now. Got another 6 today. 2 miles at 9:30, 2 miles at 7:45, and 2 miles at 9:30. Gonna get up to about 30 miles by the end of the week. No more than 32, no less than 29. Just seeing how we're gonna feel after today. Moving into the weekend. Trying to build the base as much as we can to go for something really hard in these next few months. Before we get any further into this video, I want to take a minute to cover my current shoe rotation. Very open to any recommendations. I have very overpronated and flat feet, so certain shoes that work really well for certain runners do not work for me. So here's what we got. Starting off, we got the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 23. These were my first pair of actual running shoes. I got these about a year and a half ago. Got the guide rails, as I call them, on the side, so it helps keep the heel locked and in place, which is very helpful. I wore these for my half marathon. Liked how they held up during the race, but definitely not the most optimal choice for race day. Next up, we got the Hoka Gaviota 5s, one of the most cushioned shoes that I have. More of a walking shoe for sure. I got these when I was working at the hospital on my feet for long hours, so I got these as a recommendation from Fleet Feet just for that. They've held up pretty well. These have a little over 200 miles on them. Definitely need an upgrade for the long run shoes though. And moving on to my next shoe, the Asics Nova Blast 5s. Very highly touted for a shoe. I got these not too long ago. These are actually my newest running shoe. Have really enjoyed them. Not a very tight fit like around the ankles, so it's very comfortable when running. Still have some trouble overpronating, but that is something that I'm just gonna have to deal with as a runner in general and the way my ankles and feet are built biomechanically. But yeah, got the Nova Blast 5s. And moving on, we got the Nike Pegasus 41s. These are beat to crap right now. These are actually the cheerleading shoes that the guys were issued at Alabama, and so the most of the wear on these shoes are from stunting and tumbling, so hence the deformation. But I'm actually gonna wear these today for my speed workout. Absolutely need an upgrade for the speed sessions. Next we have the Saucony Guide 19s. These were actually the shoes that Fleet Feet suggested for me based off my foot analysis. Really enjoying these. Want to explore more into the Saucony brand. Their Endorphin line has a lot of hype about it, and so really wanting to look into those. Last shoe in my rotation is the Nike Vomero 18s. These have quite a bit of wear on them as well. These were issued as our workout shoes for the weight room at Alabama. These are one of my favorite shoes that I have right now in my rotation. Despite the high mileage on them, they've held up really well. Very comfortable feel. I tend to heel strike when I run, but this kind of puts me in more of a forefoot stride. Last little shout out, these are not a running shoe, but Kane's footwear for the recovery shoes. These are absolutely incredible, very comfortable. I wear these most days because I run most days as well. Wear these at work where I'm on my feet a lot, and they are just a great fit, very comfortable, feel like you're walking on a cloud all day. So let's go ahead and weigh in, see where we're at today. 179.4. Definitely wanting to cut down by December. That's not really a priority of mine right now, so I know it will come as mileage goes up. because obviously running when you're 180 pounds is a bit harder than running when you're 170 versus 165 and 160, so on and so forth. Big shout out to the guys out there who are in the 190s, 200 plus range, running marathons, sub 3, qualifying for Boston. You guys are absolutely insane. Personally, don't think I would be able to keep up at that size, so trying to cut down a little bit before we run our 26.2. And just for fun, let's get a physique check. Not too bad. We're not too skinny. We're not too bulky. We're in this kind of weird mid zone right now, but that is part of training, is the body recomp. We have made it to the gym. Gonna do the run on the treadmill today, 6 miles on the day today, and then going to get a leg workout in right after the run, just because that's how today plays out with my schedule with work. So we're gonna get into it. So it is Saturday evening, worked 12 hours today, came home, got a 5 mile run in. Yesterday was off from running, and the day before that was a speed session. Did not get videos at EOS on the treadmill. And for the run this evening, we had 5 miles and 4 sets of strides, 6-minute pace per stride. That was not the easiest thing in the world by any means, but we got it done. All right, it is Sunday, which means we have our long run. Today was a very long day, pretty long weekend working. I worked roughly 10 hours today. It's currently 9:30 p.m. and we have 8 miles to get done. So this is absolutely not how I wanted this week of training to go, but just with getting used to a new schedule, some things don't work out the way that we planned for them. So still gonna get it done, and this will finish up our week 2 of base building. Clocking 29 miles this week. Feeling pretty good about where we're at right now, but no, there's a ton of work to get done. So just excited for the opportunity to grow and to continue to push myself and really see how far we can take this. And good morning. It is Monday, April 20th. Week 2 of training is officially over. And now we are going to get into some of the data from this week. Here is my Koros training hub, and down here we have this week's activities. First run started on Tuesday with 6 miles, and as you can see, we moved up until yesterday's 8 mile long run. I'm not gonna break down the data for every run, but I do wanna get into yesterday's long run. So here is the official data. This was on a treadmill, So 8 miles on the treadmill, total time was a little under an hour and 15 minutes. Held a 9:17 average pace. Average heart rate stayed at 141 beats per minute. So overall, feeling good. No, there's a ton of work to be done and places to improve on. But looking back at just a few months ago, an 8-mile run would have absolutely destroyed me. In January, my longest run was 6 miles. So getting a lot more comfortable with distance, building the engine efficiently, and making sure we have a strong base so we can start gaining some speed and not get injured from it. So that is the goal, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching. This video took way too long to make, but very excited to keep going, see what we can make happen in these next upcoming weeks. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll see you guys next week.